You guys, what's going on? It's Boy Town Biz. Y'all knew I have to do a continuous of this seemed to be the hot topic that's basically hitting the internet streets. Is going viral. Everybody's talking about this for the most part, and I'm gonna say this much: Shannon Sharpe can really see who his true friends are, who really down for him, and who ain't. Late great prodigy say you find out who your true friends is when you're upstate bleeding. Bars. But that's Survival of the Fittest Mob Deep classic. Nevertheless, I was listening to Stephen A. Smith, and shout out to my guy Too Raw for TB. We was, putting our minds together. We was politicking about this situation, and the wording that Stephen A. Smith was using when he was talking about this Shannon Sharpe thing, it don't look too good for Shannon Sharpe. When he named one of the top guys at Disney, talking about they running a full-fledged investigator, I wouldn't be surprised if Shannon Sharpe is not on the air the next time he's scheduled to be here. I think Shannon Sharpe is gonna all likelihood lose his job at ESPN. I don't know the specifics of Club Shay Shay or Nightcap, whether he has full-fledged ownership, but if I'm not mistaken, he has full-fledged ownership of, you know, uh, Club Shay Shay. And I'm gonna get to Tony Bugsby in a second. And I can believe there's people sitting up here riding that dude's coattail because is an ambulance chaser. And he do got something against black men. Now, don't nobody come on here saying, hey, why are we making this about race? Fuck you. Man, for real. Don't come on. Look, come on, man. Can we please stop it with race don't have nothing to do with this? Come on. Oh, this isn't a race state. Man, get out of here. But yeah, Stephen A. Smith, to me, he was kind of lightweight throwing Shannon Sharpe under the bus saying, well, I don't, if it was up to me, he'd be here. But everybody got somebody that they answer to, and I I don't make the final call and all that kind of stuff. So basically he's saying if Shannon Sharpe get fired, it wasn't because of him. He already know that something is going down. And I'm gonna say this. I don't care who get mad. I'm just really iffy when women would rather sue somebody than go to cops. If Shannon Sharpe is this menace that he's being made out to be, why does nobody ever file police reports? Why don't nobody ever press charges? Okay. And Shannon Sharpe says he planned on countersuing her and Tony Busby. And I think he should. Where Shannon Sharpe messed up, he did to Michael Jackson for this to go away. Damn, he offered her allegedly $10 million since she didn't take it. And then I'll find it ironic she hears about him being on the verge of signing a $100 million media contract. Then here she comes. She wants, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep this real talk. I'm gonna keep this 100 to Uncle Shannon. Dude, you fucked up, bro. You had no business messing with a chick that young, man. All victims don't ever call the cops. Now, sure you remember what happened with the corner. What was his name? Darren Sharper. Now, them women went to the cops. Mystical, them women went to the cops. So that's why I kind of got to say, okay, now this is a different story. But boy, with friends like Stephen A. Smith, who needs enemy? No, I didn't miss no point. I know what I'm talking about. I didn't miss shit. Okay, no. Stephen A. Smith just did what he typically did. He basically was being a yes man. He basically was saying if Shannon Sharpe get fired, I didn't have nothing to do with it. He basically covering his own ass. That's basically all he's doing. I say this to Shannon Sharpe, and I say this to everybody. I don't know how many times that I preached this sermon. Things is different now. These women ain't let you knock them down. They ain't, they not slobbing you up for free no more. They want something out of this. And they know, based off this day and age, based off the fact that they can make a lot of money slandering you, because they know they'll have people that'll pay them money for them to come on their outlet and tell their story. Yeah, negativity sells. So to me, I'm suspicious. And yes, Shannon Sharpe should countersue. Now, I don't know if you know, it appears that Drewski is in the clear because he basically has something like this happen to him too. But Drewski came with his receipts like, man, didn't know LA when this happened. I didn't even have no money back then. So, but so now Drewski should sue the woman that basically lied on him. And like I said before, Shannon Sharpe, man, you supposed to know better than this, dude. You ain't got no business. Listen, bro. I know you. Yeah, I know you and everything, and I know you wear Jordans and everything. But you a old school cat, man. But you ain't got no business messing with no chick that's old enough to be your granddaughter. That was an accident waiting to happen. These women is heartless now. These women don't care about you. They don't care about the ramification. They don't care about destroying your reputation. So I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying with Shannon, bro, you screwed up, dude. You threw possibly your career away, your prominent, prosperous career away on the on a person that's barely 21 or not even old enough. Come on, man. You know better than that. You know better than that, dude. You know better. You not safe doing that no more. They didn't fix it now to where somebody can just destroy your reputation, especially if you a black man. Benefit of the doubt, there's no innocent. If a person say a black dude, well, I went through this. Who did it? This black. Yeah, he did it. So even if it turns out that this person is lying, Shannon Sharpe, his reputation is going to be scarred for forever, pretty much. And I'm gonna tell you something. Recordings sounded suspicious. They sounded doctored. They sounded doctored. And these video, and my thing is, he was what you call a mark. I doubt very seriously that she didn't know who he was. Nobody not who Shannon Sharpe was on the internet. He was in Google. I'm talking about his name would just pop up. He had the hottest interview of 2024. Nobody knew who Shannon Sharpe was. So for her to say that she didn't know who he was, I don't believe that. I believe that basically she threw out the bait and he took it. So now look at him. That girl don't have me fooled. I doubt very seriously if she didn't know who he was. And now look at the situation that he's in. Those text messages is very questionable. She talking about baby and me, a black baby and me, and all that kind of stuff. And I just want to say, you black women that's out here talking this like, listen, come on now. We can't be doing that. At the end of the day, he in a terrible situation. Now let's see what happens with this. But I'm telling you right now, Shannon Sharpe finna see who his true friends is, who gonna stick by him side by side. And I'm gonna tell you right now, remember, when you riding high, Shannon Sharpe was one of the hottest things going. People want to see you fall. A lot of times, the very people that root against you look like you. They don't want you to reach a certain stature. And I wouldn't be surprised if Stephen A. Smith probably was thinking to himself when he heard about Shannon Sharpe possibly landing $100 million media deal. He probably was like, well, damn, I've been doing this for 30 years. He been doing media barely under 10 years and he get 100 million. Well, it is what it is. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't put anything past anybody. Because Shannon Sharpe was getting too big. He was getting too big. And a lot of people was like, man, let me tell you something. When you do an interview and it's the most watched interview on YouTube in history, the most watched interview in the history of YouTube, people gonna be feeling some kind of way. Because people see you as competition. People gonna be happy for you. They gonna be like, well, damn. Some people be like, man, this dude only been doing this for a while. Like, how he get this type of money? Like I had this, I had to do that. Man, I'm telling you, people don't be happy to see you flourish, man. People don't be wanting to see you prosper. You get it from everybody. I know the saying, if you don't have haters, you ain't doing your job. Well, that's the problem. When you doing your job too good to hear something. Like T Grizzly, these people really be praying for another nigga's downfall. See, Shannon Sharpe just almost crumble overnight. But this is what I'm saying. It's to the point it sucks to be rich. It sucks to have money. It sucks to be popular because you don't know who really cares about you. And now it's not about who you are. It's about what you have or what they. And a lot of people like to build their clout saying they align with you. So that's the problem. Like I said before, I'm not finna sit up here and convict Shannon Sharpe like some people then did. And everybody sitting up here being a Tony Busby groupie. Like, man, get out of here. Tony, sis, say nothing. LeBron got his own problems. LeBron got his own problems. LeBron ain't thinking about Shannon Sharpe, and he ain't gonna say nothing. And the thing is, that's there. Listen, Stevie, anything is possible because if they can throw something at you to devalue you, yeah, they will. I'm talking about right on the verge of signing this deal. Here, this woman come. And my thing is, why you kept going around him if he was doing all this shit to you? If he if he violated you multiple times, why you kept bringing your ass back around him? Oh, I know, because you like the stature, you like the limelight. I mean, Damien, was you surprised, man? I wasn't surprised. I could tell how he was talking. He knows something. He knows something. Pipeline. He knows something. When he named the top guy at Disney, saying that he spoke to him and they're investigating, I was shaking my head. I was like, okay, this doesn't look good. I already know where this is going. And even if Shannon Sharpe is clear to all this, he ain't gonna never be looked upon the same. You know them women at ESPN is going to the bosses. Oh, as a woman, I'm appalled and I'm scared for my man. Come on, man. Y'all know how this works. Y'all should already know what's going to happen. And it's sad too. It's very sad to hear about the rise and fall of Shannon Sharpe. Now he had dodged that other bullet with whether it was intentional and all that kind of stuff. He dodged that bullet. Okay, it gave him a little stature. But this right here, this could destroy him. One thing, if you a man, and especially if you a black man, you do not want that aligned with you. You do not want that word rape attached to your name. I know the law, dude. I know the law. Well, I told y'all that I told y'all there's what they call a blacklist. Now I wonder who's next. And I'm gonna tell you right now, don't be surprised if they get Stephen A. Smith ass sooner than later. Yeah, they rank number one in that if you look at the statistics. So I'm just saying, my question is, she filed this lawsuit in Nevada. Now she's saying she got these recordings and all this kind of stuff. I know for a fact, and you can look it up, that it is illegal. It is against the law to record you without your consent in Nevada and California. I know for a fact. So that's where everything gets sketchy. This whole thing about the recordings. And as far as the sex tape go, once again, don't you remember what happened with Mariah Mills and that whore and Zion Williamson when she was talking about she had put out a sex tape? You can't do that. Now, where Shannon Sharpe messed up, he shouldn't have offered her no settlement, no just go away money. So now Shannon Sharpe is gonna have to fight this. He gonna have to go to war now. He gonna have to fight this through and through now. Man, I've been saying this stuff about that you gonna have to. That you have to have sexual consent form. I've been saying this for years. You have to make them sign every time, every hour, and you might have to go as far as to say we may have to film this, and you might have to sign additional paperwork. So she can't say, like, man, for real. It's to that point now. It's to that point. I've been saying this for years. These dudes gon' have. I know it. I know it shouldn't be that way, but this ain't 1980s. This ain't the 90s, man. This in the internet age, you can become famous just saying the dumbest thing, like the how to bitch, like her. He became famous just like for what? 10 years ago, nobody would have paid somebody like Charleston White attention, but yet here he is, a master troll. This lady been sitting up here recording phone calls and all this kind of stuff. So that means he had come across that she was plotting on him. But we already know her name. I've been saying, listen, I'm going to say this. Anybody that's famous, you're going to have to sign confidentiality agreements. You're going to have to sign sexual consent. You're going to have to sign all that shit. You're going to have to sign all that. Because that's how bad it is if you're a celebrity, and especially dealing with a woman. Because all she got to do is insinuate, and she can destroy everything that you work so hard for. So that's all I'm saying. But anyway, you guys, we'll be back with more. We're going to continue this discussion, but I'm definitely going to do a video about Tony Busby. Stay tuned, y'all. It's your boy, I'm out.